people are affected by that. Families are affected, so there's strength in community, and as opposed to isolation. And so we have community here, and it's something that we've nurtured for a long time, and it's not something that we have to fabricate. It's just a very natural thing here, and when people come here, they sense that, and I think it makes us unique. I mean, you can do a lot of things, but you can't fabricate, family or genuineness. People know if those things are real or not, and it's the same thing in the recruiting process. So, I always tell people we don't. I hate the term de-recruit. When you've done this for a while, you hear that every now and then. Oh, you got to recruit. Oh, we got to de-recruit these guys, and I just hate that, because I think that means you were something different in the recruiting process than what you really are. And I always, to me, it ought to be better when you get here, because you get a chance to be here. And so we're brutally transparent. I don't mind talking to anybody. I'm gonna tell them the truth. Now they may not like that, but that's just, or at least what I think is the truth. But that's just part of it. But I think that, again, that people want to have a relationship and communicate and be told the truth. And so we don't shy away from that.
Can you refresh me on Gunn's injury? Did this come before you went and got White's, or?
It was kind of like simultaneous. That week, he didn't kick that whole week that we got White's. He had the quad strain, so that's kind of I guess started a little bit before. Didn't tell anybody or whatever. And then he had a little swelling, and so he didn't kick it all that week. Just on game day, at Florida State, just kicked on game day, kicked off, and then he didn't kick Syracuse, didn't kick Wake Forest, all during the week. So he's been, working on that quad strain, and so last week they cut him loose, from just get back out there and start getting some practice reps and things like that. As far as swelling in his thigh going down.
Yes, speaking of family, I think I heard a story that Daniel High once that Will, your son, was the emergency snapper. He snapped to Drew, had to hold it, and that made you as nervous as all get out.
Yeah, I was going to throw up. Almost threw up. It was at Greenwood. No, wait a minute. It was at 96. It was at 96. And I'm like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. And they're back, 96, they're undefeated. They're backed up on like the 10. And I don't remember who the snapper was, but apparently I didn't even know Will was the backup snapper. I just went, what is going on? And I was telling Cal, I'm like, oh my God, Will is snapping. And I'm just like, I've never seen him snap. I don't know he can snap. And it was kind of a windy, rainy night, and he's got to go snap from the 10-yard line. But he threw a strike to the punt. He had to snap on punting, and then he snapped on field goal and all that the rest of the night. Because I can't remember who it might have been Brody. Brody might have been the snapper, but somebody got hurt. But yeah, I had no idea he was the backup snapper until that night.
How do you separate that even now? Like, he plays out there, he has to hold, and you're not.
Yeah, it's so different for me here. It's just, part of the game. I don't even, and I see the preparation. I just like any other player, it's just different. But when you're removed as a parent, you're just sitting up there, oh boy, I had no idea, but thankfully it was a good snap, good enough to get it off anyway.
I think Clay said that you guys played one-on-one basketball now.
Yeah, he's full of crap. Yeah. That was a good interview till that moment. He would win a few, but I'm gonna win my share too. So I did beat him at pickleball this weekend. So apparently, this pickleball is a thing. So I learned how to. Worked on that a little this weekend. That was fun. Got a good sweat in.
Coach, maybe one of the most overlooked aspects of what's happened in the first 6 games is your defense.
Yeah.
What, Ross, the fifth
Fifth in the country.
Fifth in the country. So what do you want to see them do second half?
Be one. I want to see them go from 5th to 1. You know, I think we're capable of being really good. You know, we've done a lot of good things. So and it's kind of unique our open day because we kind of literally have like a halfway point, right? So would we do good in the first half, and I guess we won the first part of the middle eight, the first 4, if you will, because we kind of a little momentum going into halftime. So hopefully we can have good momentum coming out of halftime. But we did a lot of good things in the first half. I mean, a lot of good things. I mean, we you know, really good third down team on both sides of the ball. We outgained every opponent that we've played. I think a huge positive is we've been in position to win every game. I mean, you know, sometimes you look at these records and you know, you got some losses and you really weren't in position to win, right? I mean, we've been in position to win every game. Third down's been really good. I think we've got playmakers and depth emerging, you know, all over the team. Super excited about that. I think Swanson has been incredibly consistent. Nobody really talks about him. He's had a heck of a first half. That kid has really been steady and just really is playing with a lot of confidence. I think we've protected our quarterback well. And then again, we're a top 10 defense. So I think we've done a lot of good things. You know, but going into the second half, what have we not done well? Well, we've not been a good red zone O or D as far as touchdowns, right? But if you go back to the Wake Forest game, and that was kind of the challenge, that's like, we got to get better here. They had 5 trips to the red zone, and they had 1 touchdown. So we made progress. We had 3 trips to the red zone. Now take a knee out, all right? Just take that out. We had 3 trips to the red zone. We were 100%. We had 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So, you know, hopefully that's a sign of heading in the right direction. We're going to chase red zone for you know, after what happened in those first couple of games, we could go 100% the rest of the way and we're still going to suck in the red zone at the end of the year because you just chase that for the rest of the year. It's just a disappointing part of it, but we can start kind of where we are and we can improve there. So that's an area we got to get better, you know, for sure. And hopefully that's a sign of what we've been able to do. And then we got to consistently play a little more complementary football, you know, because obviously the turnover margin has been the biggest issue that we've had. So that's an area that hopefully will improve going into the second half as well. And I think if we can, you know, just be even, we're going to be a tough team to beat because the guys are playing the way you need to play to win games. And so there's a lot of things to be encouraged about, a lot of positives, but certainly a lot of things that we've got to improve on. We got to create a little more field goal consistency, you know, but we've made 2 out of the last 3. And the one miss was a good, well hit, 51 or 2 yarder. So we're just halfway there. A lot of room for improvement. Again, accentuate the things that we've done well, continue to do those things well. If we can improve in some of these areas where we need to, you know, I think offensively we did not play well in the last game. Just too inconsistent. Too many plays of 8 and 9 guys doing their job, not 11. But we really played well against, you know, Duke and Charleston Southern and Florida Atlantic. We put a good little run together, Florida Atlantic, Florida State, Syracuse. Offensively, we kind of had a little momentum, and I thought we took a step back against Wake. So we got to get back on track there. We can run the ball. We can stop the run. You know, so there's a lot of things that are good. But, you know, a lot of work to do here in the second half if we're going to have the type of finish that we want to have. And we got a bunch of great opponents that we got to play.
We can take one more if anybody has one. Anything from Zoom? We have time for one more if anybody has one. Go ahead, Matt. Matt, if you're trying to get in, we can't hear you. All right, in that case, we'll wrap up and turn the room over for the players. Thank you.